The reason why you're still fat is because you were stuck in a perpetual cycle of losing weight, gaining it back, and starting over. How many times have you lost 10 pounds just to gain it all back? How many Mondays have you promised yourself that you were going to get back on track? Maybe you lost 10 pounds. Maybe you lost 20 pounds. Maybe you got into the best shape of your entire life. But guess what? You ended up back where you started. If that's you, you are stuck in what I call the loop. As an online fitness coach, I have seen this countless of times. You start to lose weight, you get excited, then you stop doing your routines, you stop doing your workouts, and then 6 months later, you end up back where you started. This is the loop. You begin to lose weight. You finally start to feel shredded, your face starts leaning out, and with that comes confidence. With that, you actually begin to feel good. You feel better. Maybe you can finally take your shirt off at the beach. Maybe you can finally fit back into your old clothes. Who knows? But once you start feeling good, this is when you stop walking or stop doing cardio. You get complacent, you get satisfied, but guess what? Comfort kills progress. As soon as you lose 10 pounds, 15 pounds, etc., you stop doing what you were supposed to do. You stopped doing the cardio. Maybe you started sleeping in again. You stopped working out before work. Maybe you started skipping workouts. Who knows? But you got satisfied, and that has led to your downfall. So once you stop walking, guess what that also leads to? That leads to you not tracking your calories. And maybe you weren't tracking your calories this whole time. You just got lucky. You're just losing weight, dropping weight off the scale. That's great. But if you were tracking your calories and then all of a sudden you stopped walking and you stopped tracking, that's a double whammy. That's even worse because if you are not tracking your calories, you don't know how much food you're putting into your body. That's like guessing. That's a guessing game. You do not want to play a guessing game when it comes to your physique. If you're trying to take your physique to the next level, you need to understand what you're putting into your body if you're gaining weight or losing weight. But specifically for this video, since we're talking about losing weight, you need to know how much food you are eating. And the reason why is because, first off, you don't want to be under eating because you need enough nutrients to fuel your muscles and actually build size, right? And continue to lose fat. However, you also want to make sure you're not overeating or you're not eating at maintenance. So you're not just staying stagnant or staying the same. Think about it like this. There's two guys. One guy's tracking his calories, he's getting in his workouts, he's hitting his protein, and he's eating in a good calorie deficit. The other guy, he's not tracking any calories, he's doing the cardio, and the only way he knows if he's losing weight is just by standing on the scale every now and then. You're basically playing Russian roulette at that point. You're guessing. But when you guess, you're wasting your time. And when it comes to losing weight and when it comes to building a nice physique, we don't have time to guess around and play games with our body. We want to take everything we know off the data. We want to get our results based off data, not off guessing. So, if you stop tracking your calories, you are going to gain weight again. You stopped walking, you stop tracking, guess what? You start to gain weight. You get a belly again. And then you're sad, you get a little depressed, but that gives you the motivation to start again. So guess what? Guess what you tell yourself? I'll start Monday. I'll start next week. Oh, well, I'll go to the gym later tonight. I'll work out from home later tonight. And then the cycle repeats all over again. And that is the loop. Maybe some of you guys find yourself in this loop. Maybe this sounds familiar. Get some results, get a little complacent, stop working out, stop doing cardio. Then you tell yourself, oh, I'll go to the gym tonight. And then you don't go. You're making promises to yourself that you're not actually committing to. You know what that's called? That's called mental masturbation. When you tell yourself one thing just because it feels good and you don't actually do it. People love to say their goals, people love to say what they want to do, but they don't actually put in the action, and that's holding you back. Now, let's talk about the path. When it comes to the path, this is going to make sure you are successful. This is going to make sure you never fall off again, unless you're just lazy, but that's the only reason why you would not be successful following the path. So, what is the path? First of all, the path is walking daily. aka doing cardio daily, some form of moving your body and staying in the groove of never just laying down for too long or sitting in a desk for too long. You always want to be moving your body every single day. And specifically for you guys who are trying to get shredded from home, and even if you are going to the gym, you should be walking everywhere. You should be walking in the morning on an empty stomach. You should be walking after you have a meal. You should be walking on your lunch break at work, especially if you're someone trying to get shredded and lose weight. Now, I know walking seems very subtle. Maybe it's just a subtle difference, but I promise you, this isn't a habit you start doing and you instantly just lose a whole bunch of weight in the next week or two. This is a habit to have in your life that is going to change your entire lifestyle, help you lean out in the face, help you stay shredded forever. Every time you walk, you are building a long lasting habit that is going to make sure you stay healthy for the rest of your life. Now, yes, walking is great for your digestive system. Walking also helps you have healthier skin. Walking also helps you stay mobile and make sure your joints don't get too stiff. This is going to keep you healthy for the long run. So, first off, you need to be walking every single day. Even as someone who's bulking right now, trying to gain weight, I am also walking every single day. Now, also, you need to understand, I'm not telling you guys to go walk thousands of steps, 15K, 20K, 10K. No, I'm just saying get outside, go walk. And sure, if you're hitting 5 to 10K steps, great. Next, we want to be doing high intensity workouts 3 to 4 days out the week. This is going to be the key to getting shredded and burning fat. So, what is a high intensity workout, or AKA HIIT? A high intensity workout is basically high intensity interval training. So that could be doing circuits in your room, for example, 30 seconds of burpees, 30 seconds of jumping jacks, jumping lunges, high knees, push ups, push up to planks, mountain climbers, etc. That is a high intensity workout, and you do it for rounds, and it only lasts around, let's just say, 12 to 15 minutes. Super easy. I wouldn't say easy, very fast. Very fast. It's actually very hard because you are putting in your 100%. You are putting in all of your effort. That's why it's called a high intensity workout. It's not going to work if you do not challenge yourself. But here's the thing about the high intensity workout is you are the only one who can challenge yourself. I'm not going to be there and say, your effort is not there. You have to put in the effort yourself. So if you're someone who is a go-getter and you want to achieve the best possible physique, you're going to push yourself. But if you're someone who just doesn't really care and you're just here to work out and go through the motions, don't even waste your time doing the high intensity workout, because I'd rather have you go 100% at something than go 50 and get mediocre results. So for your high intensity workouts, you can do interval training, what I mentioned, the 30-second workouts for rounds, or you can go to the beach and do sprints for 4 to 8 sets, maybe resting 20 seconds in between. That's a high intensity workout. You're giving your all for a short amount of time, again, which is around 15 to 20 minutes max. This is perfect to do in the morning. This is perfect to do on an empty stomach. But the reason why you only want to do this for 3 to 4 days out the week is because it is very, very taxing on your nervous system and it absolutely drains you. So if you're someone who's already working out Monday through Friday or working out 5 to 6 days out the week, you need to be careful because this is going to tax you on your energy. However, if you're already doing the high intensity workouts, if 3 to 4 days is not too much for you and you want to lose fat a little bit faster, then you can bump this up to 5 to 6 days. However, just be careful and watch your energy levels. Next is tracking your calories. If you're someone who just thinks, oh, I don't need to track my calories, I could just eat this amount of meals a day, you can. You can and lose weight and get some results. You don't have to track your calories. But if you want to have a good relationship with food, if you want to understand your body, if you want to be able to actually look at portions and sizes of food and be able to tell, okay, this is this many calories without having to just guess, then you should track your calories. Because a lot of people will have food they're eating throughout the day. For example, let's just say you're eating healthy. Maybe you had some brown rice, some broccoli, maybe you had a steak, a salmon, and then you had pizza. And then later that night, you're like, I want ice cream, but I feel like I shouldn't because I already had enough food for today. You wouldn't know because you're not tracking your calories. But if you are tracking your calories, and let's just say you can have a total of 2,000 calories for the day, and you eat all those things I just mentioned, and there's 500 calories left, you have room for whatever you want to eat. So If you're not tracking your calories, you are missing out on the gains, and you're basically playing a guessing game with your body, which is something you do not want to do. Do not waste your time. If you follow these three things: walking daily, high intensity workouts, tracking your calories, and if you don't know how to track your calories, you can use apps like MyFitnessPal or apps like Lose It. If you follow these three things, you are going to consistently lose fat. You will never fall off this path unless you are just lazy. Now, is the path mundane? Yes. Is the path going to feel slow because you're basically doing the same thing every single day? Yes. But here's the thing: the loop feels faster because you are always restarting. You're getting results, you're losing it, and you're stuck in this cycle of bullshit. But the path, yes, it's mundane. Yes, it's slower. However, the antithesis is that one side leads nowhere and the other side leads somewhere to losing fat. Hopefully, this video was able to help you out. Now you understand the loop which you must break, and now you understand the path that you must follow if you want to be successful in your fitness journey. If you guys have any questions, drop your questions down in the comment section, or feel free to reach out to me on Instagram at Giovanni_Fiderio. Now, if you are someone who is stuck in this loop and you've been continuously stuck in this loop and you need help getting out of it, because even if you follow the path, sometimes you guys still get back in the loop somehow. If you truly think you need help, book a call in the link in the bio and we could talk about how to break you out of the loop consistently to make sure you never ever go down that path again. Other than that, I hope you guys have a great day and I'll see you in the next one.